I'm playing the part of George Briner today.
Okay.
So Brantley's coming in from where is he? Brantley's in Georgia, probably. Uh,
Okay.
and I'm in the lovely Boston, Massachusetts area.
With Thomas Rhett and Justin Moore behind you.
Those crazy kids. Brantley's over here somewhere. There you go.
So how is life in the record business these days?
It's great. It's it's like every business is figuring out the new way of doing business. We all miss getting out on the road and especially live music. We're just all dying for some live music.
Right. And here I am in my home studio. I'm rocking my Nats today because we're going to talk with Brantley about the Capitol 4th of July.
Yep, exactly.
Going on, and you've got your Patriots on.
I do. I think I'm gonna get on board the Cam Newton train.
Is that going to work? Do you think?
I don't know. My initial reaction was this is a disaster, much like Antonio Brown. That just seemed, Cam. Now I'm also an LSU fan from living in Louisiana, and so I have a issue with Cam going back to his Auburn days where he beat the hell out of us. But so I just kind of saw him as an individual that doesn't quite get the team deal. But the guy won the MVP a couple years ago. So he's got talent.
Sure he does.
And if you give a guy with talent and a willingness and you give him to Bill Belichick, Belichick's going to coach him up, man. So I think I'm going to, I don't know. I think I'm going to get on the Cam Newton bandwagon.
All right. There's Don with what's happening with the Patriots. Hey, now are you guys gonna miss? This is a silly question, but I mean Brady is he's God in New England.
Yes, he is.
What is that like to experience seeing him go to Florida?
Just awful. It's we all kind of knew it was coming.
Right.
But it doesn't make it any easier. And I think the majority of folks here blame the Kraft ownership for letting it happen. And and then throw Gronk on top of it makes it doubly painful.
Right.
So I don't know, to be honest with you, right now, if I had to bet which team, Patriots or Buccaneers, have a better chance of making it to the playoffs, probably the Buccaneers.
I think the Buccaneers are going to be the San Diego Chargers with Johnny Unitas. Do you remember that? Johnny Unitas was the guy in Baltimore back in the day. I think it's going to be a mess down in Tampa, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. How have you been?
I'm doing well. I've got a little laryngitis going today. It's not related to the COVID. I think I've just been doing too much recording, too much. I mean, I'm on a lot of radio stations all over.
Yes, you are, young man.
And so they work this voice, and it's been worked this week. So what is going on with Brantley? Is he just going to jump in here or what?
I hope so. Yeah, he's got all the information that I do, and
perfect.
All right. I wasn't theoretically going to be here, but
wait a minute.
Nope, that wasn't him. It was somebody else.
Okay. All right.
Let me send him a text though right now.
Go right ahead. Go ahead.
Just because it is artist time,
Oh, I know it, and I'm sure it's crazy for him because he's probably at his house doing the same thing.
Well, he is.
Are you at your home right now? Is that?
I know he's at his home in Georgia.
No, but you said you're in New England.
I'm at my house in Boston.
Your house, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Hey man.
And I'm recording all of this, so hopefully you don't mind letting the world see the behind the scenes of what goes on in major country music promotion.
Right, exactly. How the glamorous world.
Yeah, this is it. This is like
everything works like a
clock.
Right on it.
No, I understand. Do you know how much time we're going to have with Brantley? Like 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Yeah, 5, 10.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. It'll be good to catch up with him. I've ridden motorcycles with Brantley. We did a ride into Arlington a bunch of years ago.
Yep.
And he's just a great guy. I'm a big fan. I love Hard Days.
He's just a good, it's a good song.
It's a great song.
We got to get you guys to play it.
I know. Well, shout out Jeff Capucci. Why don't you give him your pitch right now? Because he could be
That's
watching
right.
this.
Oh, he's heard the pitch. Trust me.
Well, let's get it again.
He's a little worn down on the pitch. No, I know he likes the song, and we're in a time period right now where there's just a lot of good music, and I know Jeff and Ty are doing the best they can to get all the best music they can forward, but you can't play everything,
Right.
so you have to kind of pick and choose. And when artists like Eric Church put out great music like they're doing, and Rascal Flatts has got great music, and
yes,
and thankfully we've got great stuff from Thomas Rhett and Justin Moore that's just on fire. Both records.
Wait a minute, Brantley wants to be admitted.
Here we go.
When Brantley asks to join this party, Brantley, you get the invitation, buddy. You're right in here with us. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Oh man, look at this room here. Are you in a bus or where are you?
Man, bro, you had to call me out. All right, so before we say anything, I'll just go ahead and apologize to you if it looks like I'm in like a double wide strip club or a limo or something. So the deal is, this used to be like this party room in my house, but now that I'm married with 2 kids, it's like called my office. And I'm moving the man cave out, and man, I ain't gonna lie to you. We hit something to turn these lights on, and I seem to have lost the remote. So you get blue.
Well, I love the way this looks. I absolutely love the way it looks.
I'm glad you.
I wasn't sure for a moment because I know I'd heard the story that while you're at home, you've been actually comfortable on the bus outside your house because you had been on the road so much that you could sleep better there with your wife Amber taking care of the kids.
Yeah, well, it's parked right outside the door. That building that we're building at the top of the driveway is part of it's the bus barn, so it's where the bus goes. But right now the bus is literally parked right outside the kids' rooms. And my wife has been sleeping down in the room with Bray. She's been cutting teeth, and she's breastfeeding, so she has stayed down there with her some nights. And when she does, and I sleep better on the bus than I do anywhere. I kind of can road for a minute.
To catch everybody up, the baby is 9 months old now, right?
Yeah.
And then you got a 2.5-year-old son too, so you got your hands full.
Yeah, brother. Chasing rugrats.
That's awesome. That is really, really awesome. So how challenging has it been? I know what it's like. I'm here in my home studio. Don, your guy from the record company, he's in his house in Boston. What has this been like for you, not being able to get out and perform?
Man, I have to be careful not to complain too much because there are a lot of people that have it 10 times worse than I do or we do. But with that being said, I think for a lot of folks, struggling with some of the same stuff. I've been a road dog for over half my life. It's being around my guys. We're a family out there. Matter of fact, I think a lot of them came down from Nashville, and a lot of guys came from Georgia, and we've been working on this barn for a month. And I think that's about being around each other as much as it is anything. I miss those guys. I miss traveling. I miss seeing the fans and the folks that we do it for. So it's not just playing shows we're missing, man. It's the whole deal.
Right.
And I think my wife married me with the idea in mind that I'd be gone a lot. She's probably ready for me to be out on the road as well. But I've walked 2 holes in the floor, 2 in the driveway, and at least 1 out on the highway in front of the house.
Well, I am excited to tell Brantley Gilbert fans that you are performing, at least virtually, for the Capital 4th of July. Now, I'm rocking my red, white, and blue today as we prepare for 4th of July weekend. I got my Washington Capitals hat on as we celebrate our world champion Nats are getting ready to play baseball of some sort here in a few weeks. And I know from riding motorcycles with you, Brantley, into Arlington, that being a part of anything in the nation's capital is important to you.
Oh, for sure, man. And we're able to be a part of this thing PBS is doing and has done, my whole life. And I've grown up watching it on TV, and so this fourth is going to be really special. I think with anything else, this pandemic's changed the way we do everything. So it'll be different. It won't be in Washington D.C., but it'll still be in everybody's homes, and
Right.
the people fighting for our freedom aren't stopping, and our freedom's not stopping. So, I'm glad they're carrying on with the celebration of our freedom.
So, in place of what would actually be 1 million people on the Capitol in D.C. for the 4th of July with the fireworks, it's a virtual celebration on PBS. I know there's going to be a bunch of performers, but I'm personally really looking forward to seeing what you're going to do. Now, you've already recorded this performance, or how does it work?
Yeah, we flew up to Nashville. It was one of those things. Honestly, it was really cool how it came together. So, one of the producers of the show actually heard the song and reached out to us, and so it was something they wanted to include, if at all possible. And I was like, all right, me and my bus driver, who's one of my closest friends in the world, I've literally spent more time with that man than I have anybody in my life in the last 15 years. And you actually met Kevin.
Yes, I did.
So Kevin and I actually jumped on a plane and flew up to Nashville, did the performance, picked up some to-go food, and ate it on the plane back home. So we were gone 3 hours, I think, from the house.
Do you want to tell us what you performed, or is that going to be a surprise?
Oh, it's our new single called Hard Days.
Got it. Because this song, I was going to say, I'm hoping that's what you're going to play. The song speaks to what we're going through right now.
Hey, man, I hope so. It was a song that was written well before anything that we're experiencing right now was, going on. But so it's a song it's been relative to me, that's meant a lot to me for a long time before all this started happening. So it's a special song, man. I'm stoked to be a part of it.
I love it. I'm playing, and we were just talking to Don about this before you got on. I'm gonna do everything I can, Don, to double up the power of your pitch to the guys and the powers that be. Ty and Jeff Capucci. We got to get this song in heavy rotation.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's do it.
You know what I mean? It's a great song. It really is. Now, hey, I was just looking at your website, Brantley, and it says that you're doing a virtual performance on the 5th. Is that something different from Saturday night?
Yeah, so we're doing some stuff at the farm. I have the farm in Alabama that we built for disabled veterans, kids to be able to hunt, and I had to go check on it. So I figured while we were there, we might as well make the most of the trip and do a little virtual experience from there.
Very cool. So where are we going to see that? On your website or on social media?
Socials and any of our social channels, yes, sir.
Do you know what time that's going to be so I can let everybody know?
I wish I did. I forgot. And I don't.
Hey, Don, do you know?
I'm the last person they tell.
All right. Well, I'm going to be looking for it. Follow Brantley on all the socials. He's everywhere. And I'm sure you'll get a message that's about to happen. But it's been a challenge. I think we've got to keep remembering that this thing is not over with yet, Brantley. And I know you've got shows scheduled for this summer. What is your attitude moving forward? Are you still hoping to get back out on the road sometime soon, or do you have any information about that?
Yeah, man. I think we're all chomping at the bit to get out there. Like I said, it's as much being around my family and my guys as it is anything. Playing shows is cool, but meeting people, the fans, and being hang with them and hear their stories, and that's where it's at. But with that being said, our main concern first and foremost is everybody's health and safety, and it's it's something we're taking seriously. But with that being said, I am beating down the door of everybody I can to get back out there. We're definitely putting everything we got into finding ways to get back at it.
Yeah, I cannot wait. I don't know when this thing's going to be over with, but I cannot wait to hug your neck again and see you perform live on a stage, man. And I know that's going to be a lot of fun for all your fans. One more question. I know that Brantley Gilbert wouldn't put out a great song like Hard Days as a single without an album coming behind it. What's going on with new music?
Man, as far as the next step, and this is honest to God truth, I felt like this was an extremely important song. And I wanted people to hear it. And I didn't know if that was, in what capacity that would be, whether it was a single or whether it was, like a acoustic video we posted on our socials. I just thought people needed to hear the song. And
Gotcha.
management and Scott Borchetta at the label and Don and all the radio people, our incredible radio team heard it. And everybody was I was really blown away by the response. And I think all the writers were as well. We were not expecting it to be a single.
Really?
But it ended up being single. So we're just kind of vibing off that now, trying to figure out what the next step is. I feel like with this pandemic, man, it's really shaking everything up, but it has kind of freed up to, it's kind of canceled some of the rules, you know what I mean? So maybe there's not an album right behind it. Maybe it's another kind of project. There's some things that I've wanted to do for a long time that we were just waiting on the right timing for. So, like an acoustic album or
right.
Be an opportunity for that. Man, we just don't know. We're exercising all our options right now.
I got you. Well, congratulations on this song. That's what I have to say. And congratulations on being a part of our 4th of July celebration. It's America's birthday, and I'm proud that country music is represented, and by you specifically, man. It's an honor to have gotten to know you a little bit and to have the chance to talk to you today. I just wish you the best and continued health to your wife and your kids.
Hey, man, right back at you, brother. We got to put them things in the wind again, and it brightens my day to talk to you, man. So I'm glad I got to today, and hope all is well with you and yours, and hope to see you soon, my brother.
All right, man. Take care. It was great seeing you. And this was actually way cooler than being on the phone with you, man. We should do this every time.
With that'll work. Now that I've got it figured out and I can do it in the beginning, I'm not very technologically advanced.
I got you. Dude, we're all learning. We're all learning as we go. You got to figure it out. All right, man. Well, you take care of yourself, and I will talk to you soon.
Appreciate you, brother. Have a good one.
All right, Don, thank you very much for making
Michael J. You're the man.
Talking
all you do.
And I want everybody who loves Brantley Gilbert, everywhere you can, request Hard Days. We want this song played in heavy rotation because the song is all about right here, the heart and what's going on in our lives. God bless America. See you guys.
Amen, brother.
Bye-bye.
That's awesome.